Oh my. Oh, welcome, beloveds. Welcome to this breath. They call me Malachite Emerged Consciousness, and I put a note in the bozo's head this day to maybe have a dialogue, or allow me to have a dialogue with the all that is that you are. And so, looks like things manifested, and we have celebration. So, speaking of celebration, yes. Welcome, beloveds. How are you being? What are you seeing? How are you feeling? What are you thinking? How are you in the most accelerated of times? Yes. Acceleration beyond your mind. What does that look like? What does that feel? Well, each and every one of you in this day, in this age of being physical, being human, it'll be the age of where equality in all things. And you may go, equality? Yes, equality consciousness. That's what's taking place. It may not look that way. It may not even feel that way, because it looks like there's still derivision, separation, and all that you would define in between. What I would remind you all is that this period of time is your quickening. This is you squeezing to the surface all the aspects, all the hidden pieces, all the parts and aspects of your creatrix. At least how you see it, come to the surface and find out what it's like being with each other. And so, these are the days, these are the times when you all have a voice, when you all can be stars in your own movies and be chanteurs or musicians in your own musicality. You have it all at your fingertips. Your technology. Wow. Oh my. You've even brought to the surface so that all beings can play with artificial intelligence. Even the word sounds humorous, artificial. What would you call your intelligence? We're breathing. So, maybe your intelligence is just passing through. What if your intelligence was a part of all things? What if you, consciousness, were connected to each and every one that you reach out to, each and every participant out there? What if you were all connected? And what if there was no what if? Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that's what's coming to this surface for each and every one of you. You've got your voice. You've got your visuals. You've got your technology. You've got your artificial intelligence, your AI. What's next? Is it going to be peace? Is it going to be recognizing equality as it is? Not what it must be, not what it should have been, not how it can be. Maybe equality starts with you. Whatever, wherever, however, whenever you are. And what are you? Are you not aspects of consciousness, the creatrix through all forms? Sure, maybe you don't always recognize that piece of yourself that's always connected, that's always connected, that's always awake, alert, alive, and attentive. Maybe it's that voice, that inner awareness that keeps coming to the surface, that keeps wanting to express itself. Maybe all this fighting that you see, maybe all the unrest, maybe all the separation that you see is what's happening within you. The unrest, the separation, the suppression, the disquietness. Maybe that's what's coming to the surface. And maybe it's finding its recognition in other voices. So, in these most fragile of human times, where the voice and the visage and the musicality and everything is out there to be shared, and I hear from souls like yourself that everyone's going to be a star, everyone's going to be beautiful. Well, you've arrived. You are coming to the edge. Beyond a precipice, maybe it's a valley. Who knows? You'll know when you arrive. It is truly a time of acceptance. If you're going to accept what's happening, you have to start with accepting right here. What's happening here? With you. Are you comfortable? It's so recognizable, ordinary, usual, to measure how you are by your accumulation, what you've got around you, who's in your life, your friends, your family, your accomplishments, all of it. That's human. It's appropriate. If you ever wonder what I'm speaking about, just go out your door, look out your window, and take a breath for a moment. Take a breath for a moment. And maybe you can recognize that the natural elemental kingdom, the world that surrounds all around human, all around animus, all around you. It is as it is. It is as it finds itself. Whether you're aware of it or not, the community of the elemental kingdom divines itself in every moment. And your species, even though it may be to you that it's stumbling, that it's in the fray and lost and trying to find its way, you're right on schedule, beloveds. The elemental reality surrounds you, reminding you always that you are on schedule, that what's happening is absolutely perfect, so that as you awaken in totality, your consciousness will see the journey getting you here is actually like picking up the pieces, picking up the parts that seemingly have felt left behind, that have felt lost, abandoned. Because that's not how the elemental reality works around you. It embraces all things simultaneously. And if there's an action over here, there's a reaction over here. You are learning to love no matter what. Maybe you're finding out what love means every breath you take, every thought you think, every energetic motion. Yes. So, a rising up coming, yes? A celebration coming, yes. May this day find you none other in the celebration of yourself, through all eyes, seeing yourself for a moment or two, not what you think you should, could, gotta be, or wanna be, exactly where you are, in the perfection of yourself. Are you willing to see that? Are you willing to acknowledge that? Or will you continue measuring yourself against some illusory other? For you're in this together, and together you will get through it. Maybe civilization that have preceded you, who've disappeared, and you keep finding remains along the way, scratching your head going, wow, how did they do that? I wonder how you'll be remembered in your civilization. Or maybe you'll awaken and realize that what gets reborn, what ascends, is the activation of consciousness through all things. And you'll realize no place to go, no thing to get. Where you are is absolutely perfect. And the seeming separation and the seeming dissonance will all melt away. And maybe the feelings of sadness and pain, maybe that too will release itself. And in it all, you'll recognize that there is a connection, that there is a pattern, that there is an awakening that is taking place. Yes, long before the numbers, the dates, I believe it was, that the Ara-Ankh frequency through the gates of Orion mentioned, what that Stargate was talking about, 2/22/2022 through 4/24/2024. Not too much longer now. I wonder what happens. 4/24/2024. Maybe we'll have a get-together. We'll find out what's happening together. I am aware, in all things, like you are aware, for the moment, for the breath, that you are a passenger on this extravaganza drama, on this blissful play of consciousness. What, where, when, why, how? Like unto your 5 sensory input-output carriers. Maybe just pause. No matter where you are in the measurement scale of how well you've done or where you're going or how you gotta get there, pause, soul. Pause for just a moment. And rise up. Maybe you'll rebirth yourself in the next moment by recognizing it's not where you're going or what you're doing. It's how you're being. What are you sharing? How are you creating? Realize that you are always connected, and all you have to do is create a little space. So, close your eyes. Open your eyes. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Blink 3 times. Breathing. Breathing. Oh, to be. In this moment, is there something that needs to be changed? Or are you aware enough to recognize the play of consciousness through all things, the elemental kingdom, the physical amassing of consciousness through form? Is it enough the way it is? Just take a breath in this moment. Be willing to be as you find yourself, whether it's experienced in pain or pleasure, sadness or joy. Whatever, however, embrace yourself. Rise up and recognize yourself through all things. And maybe just for a moment, the separation will fall away. The dissonance will fall away. And how you participate, how you share yourself, will be reflected through all eyes. You're worth it. Your world would be different without your participation, so play well. Breathing. I'll be watching. I look through all eyes. I'll be watching as you court the waves, as the energy gets more intense. And it shall. It will. Because awakening. Yes. That's what's happening. Recognize yourself in all things. Yes.